Well, hi there everyone, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. Last episode we were working on improving the entranceway. We were trying to build some fountains. Now, since last episode, I've had a bit more fiddle with them, and you can see what I have done. You can see that I've taken some of the marble out. I just felt like it all needed a little bit more contrast. Let's just hop down. It still, I think, looks a bit like... It's starting to look more like Stonehenge, actually. But it ties in a bit better with the actual castle because I'm using the stone brick slabs and I remade these pillars out of stone bricks. So it sort of just joins together a little bit better. Overall, I quite like it. And as you can see, I've also made another fountain over here. I've put in a little garden bit here because really I had no idea what to do with that little bit of space. And here I've built a second fountain. This one is perhaps a more traditional fountain. If I grab one of my empty buckets, you can see that what it is basically that sort of shape, sort of a four-pronged sort of shape going into that basin in the bottom. Pop that down like that. Out it spreads again, and I think that works quite well. It certainly seems to sort of fit in with the castle slightly better than that one. But overall, I'm pretty happy with them all. Now, I do want to get rid of this bucket somewhere, so I'm going to dig a single block and just empty it into there. And actually, I can just patch it up again. Just because I've got too much water, and this will now be my new infinite water source because I have turned all of the base into source blocks. That took a little bit of time. Let's get back into the factory because we were working in there. Let's also empty out all my junk, which will include all of these, all of that. That can go back in my stone bricks. The stone pillars I don't really want to because they will just mess the system up a bit. And let's get all of this stuff back out. All the stuff what I was working with. Because as you know, before we went off to do that, we were working on making some solar panels. We were making solar panels using the factory. We are up to 40, which is really not quite that bad. So are there any problems? Well, there is one major problem. If we come down to this one, which is the one which is making the solar panels, no, it's not. It's this one. You can see that we have lots of absolutely everything except for electronic circuits. Electronic circuits are what is holding me up. The electronic circuits are being made here, and the problem is we're not getting enough copper cable. Why aren't we getting enough copper cable? They are being made here really slowly, one each, and you need 6 of them. So what we really need is something to be making a lot more copper cables. So what I'm going to do is very simply pull the ME system over this side of the room and put in a load more benches with the pure purpose of making copper cable. So we can space them 2 apart, so one's going to go straight through the middle of that. Superb. But there will also be one here. I'm going to make the full 6, I think. So that'll be 4. And that'll be the 5th. So that will come up in precisely the wrong place. So I'll just move it over there. Right, we don't need any of these things anymore. So let's get some order import bus. Pre-configured ones. Export buses. Level emitters. ME cabling. We are starting to run low on the ME cabling. which is a tiny bit worrying, not too bad, because we won't need too much more of it. Right, what are these pre-configured import buses? Why are they pre-configured? Just because I've popped them down before? Whatever. Right, let me just check, because I could really actually fit these in a lot tighter space. Shall we actually do that? Oh heck yeah, why don't we do that? That would be silly not to, one might say. Yes, we can. What we can simply do is this. How's that? A set of import buses, my pre-configured import buses on this side. These will have to drop down into the floor and go under, I guess. I might just have to tidy up that back wall as well. But some export buses on that side. Click, click, oops. Click and click, spin you around. Now those export buses need controlling, which just means we need a set of level emitters. Why have I not done it like that before? I hear you cry, and the answer is I don't have a flipping clue. Okay. Put that back in there. So the one thing that I will want to do is put that in the back. That's fine. Obviously, with those sort of machines over there, I needed the power in them, but for these sorts, that is so much better. I'm quite annoyed I've never done that. I really am. Okay, rubber. We need rubber, and we need copper cable. Fortunately, we're making tons of copper cable. We're making it faster than this machine can push it out. So what we are looking for is not to hit that with the crescent hammer. What we are looking for is copper cable. We are looking for, was I doing 64? 128. I want 128 copper cables in my system, please. And until I get it, I want you, when you receive a redstone signal, to export rubber and copper into this, because in each of these I am putting together a rubber with a copper. A rubber with a copper, a rubber with a copper, and a rubber with a copper. Now, is this one actually getting stuff in? Why is that not getting stuff in? Is it because I've put that in the wrong spot? Oops. Is this connected up? It's not connected up. That would be a problem. There we go. We're now starting to fill up. So again, some rubber, some copper, redstone signal required. Some rubber, some copper, redstone signal required. Some rubber, some copper, redstone signal required. So those are all starting to fill up and produce some copper cabling. Perfect. So we can now fill this floor back in and pick up all the bits that I've dropped. There we go, perfect. A wall producing copper cables. That should mean that this starts to fill up a lot faster. It really, really is now, isn't it? That's good. That is very good, so this will be producing things faster, so we shall get more solar panels. Problem number 2. Problem number 2 is up here. We are lacking power. In fact, we have completely drained the system. So completely draining the system can be solved, obviously, by simply connecting more solar panels on the top. Oh, how handy, isn't it? We are making solar panels. That will get us more power in, but there is a second problem. You might remember that this one was having nearly full power, and as we were going back, we were having power problems. The reason is because this cable, the copper cable, loses EU, the power source, the farther it has to go. This thing is sending out packets of size 32 because if you look, the max power this can take is 32, but by the time it gets over here it has dropped quite considerably. So what would be useful is if we were sending larger packets out. Obviously that's a medium voltage transformer, that would send bigger packets out, but that would blow these machines up. Fortunately, we can make upgrades which will allow us to pump more power into each machine. They are called transformer upgrades. A transformer upgrade increases the input tier by 1. It needs insulated gold cable, an electronic circuit unfortunately, and medium voltage transformer. So we're going to need quite a few of these because we have 5 on that side, 2 on that side. I'm going to need the best part of 20 of these stupid things. So let us actually make up a load of item casings. $12. Okay, that will not even actually be sufficient. Do I have any iron plates rocking around in the system? Of course I don't. Never mind. Let us... forge hammer? Yeah, there's a fresh forge hammer here, a dead one here, so we can just snap out another stack of iron. And that will certainly be plenty. Another 7, just another 7, that will do. Right, we need electronic circuits for this. We just need about 20. For which we're going to need a load of copper cable. I think the easiest thing probably to do would be, do we have rubber in the system? Of course we do not have rubber in the system. We do not want rubies, we want redstone. Right, rubber. Rubber. Where am I going to get the rubber from? Obviously it's being produced up here constantly anyway. Where am I going? So let's just whack this import bus around so it's facing away and let that make us a little bit of rubber. Yes, it is out of power. Charcoal. Charcoal goes in, power comes out, things switch on. Right, electronic circuits. There aren't any in here, there are none really downstairs. There's a stack of rubber here, that is very, very handy because that means we can make up a stack of that stuff anyway. With a bit of redstone, we can make up, we need more iron plating. I've used up too much iron plating, but that is okay. Ruby. Iron. So I'm going to wear out my forge hammer really quickly. Just like that, 42 iron plates is more than enough. Pop those in the middle, pop those there and there, pop these around the outside. That will get us 10 circuits. not really enough for what I ideally wanted. "11 circuits. It's only the copper cable that I'm short of. And there must surely be tons of that appearing downstairs. And by tons I mean not too much. That will help no end. Okay, I may just have to temporarily disconnect a few machines upstairs while I make these. That's fine, though. That is absolutely fine. So what I need is the one that's producing the copper cables, which is it that one? It is that one. So just flip the import bus around temporarily on that one. Right, so how many will I actually need? Let's just check. 5. So I'm going to need 14 electronic circuits, so I need another 3. And I'm really not far off that, am I? 14 is enough for 2. I need 18, so I just need another few of these. Now, do I have the snips in here? I do. Do I have some copper? Of course. What is that? An industrial craft copper ingot. Get you out because you will clog up the ME system. It is copper plate I need to use, isn't it? Well, that I do have a lot of. Snippy, snippy. There we go. Lots of copper wire, which can be made into lots and lots of those. Those can, of course, be made up into those. Right, that's enough electronic circuits. Now, to make these, we just need some insulated gold cable. That's the sort of thing which will hopefully be in here. There's gold cable. Rubber is, of course, what we're going to be short of. But we only need it to be single insulated. And we should have rubber appearing in here. We do. So I am going to need how many? 2. 2 each. Well, gold cable and 2 of those are going to make up some of these. So all I have to do is follow this recipe. I need medium voltage transformers. So medium voltage transformers. These are the ones where the recipe is wrong, but for which I need even more rubber. So I think I'll just have to take a quick break. Oh, it's raining, so I'm not even getting any power in. I'm just going to take a quick break just whilst I get a bit more rubber through. Okay then, welcome back. We have got on a little bit. The rain, she has stopped. The macerator, she is working. She's still going quite well, actually. And we have a bit more rubber. So let us quickly just mash up some of these. So we are going to need for 14, we're going to need 28 pieces of this cable. We are also going to need lots of those. My maths, she is failing me. Right, in order to make up the MV transformer, this is the one where the recipe is wrong, but this is the one I made up these basic machine casings for. So that is... Please tell me these stack. These don't stack. They do not stack, Chief. Okay. No problem. No problem at all. It's a huge problem. Right, no problem. So we have those, we have the electronic circuit, so we have all the parts we need. Except for the glass, which will be in here. Is it just glass like that, was it? And the electronic circuits in the bottom. That will make us a transformer upgrade. Just need to make up a load of these then. Of course, if I had any sense, I would... Oops, bench. A bit of wood then. If I had any sense, I would have stuck everything in the ME system, but I didn't, because I've achieved achievement benchmarking, well done me, and I just searched for a crafting table by typing in bench, didn't I? Okay, I will gloss over that and look back because I need to make up the... Where have my... Where have my machine casings gone into the machine? They have. Oh, if my copper cable's gone in, that'll just be hugely annoying. And I bet it has. Is there much in here? There is. Because my copper cable will have been immediately used up when it got sucked into there. Okay, so I'm going to need... I have 6. I need 14. So that will be an extra 8. So I'm going to need an extra 16 of these. They can fall on the floor a minute whilst I make up a load more of these, and I have run out of whatever was on the sides. Oh, the gold cabling. Okay. We just need a little bit more of that then. It's another 3 pieces. This rubber production is going incredibly slowly. Actually, can I just nick... Where are my other upgrades to this? I only simply want this working just at the minute, please. That'll be a massive power drain. What I shall do is dig that out just for a second. Just whilst we get some more of these on the go. Insulated gold cabling makes transformer upgrades. Just make all these up. There we go. That's another 2. I thought I had plenty of rubber. I was completely wrong, wasn't I? That's 10. So let's just see what we can do with these by popping it into these machines. If I pop this in here, you can see that before it was saying it could take 32 EU, now it can take 512 EU per tick. That's medium voltage. It means I can take the medium voltage transformer out. And to really be fair, I could probably get away with just doing that on all these machines. But of course, what this machine up here actually outputs is 512. I am making way too many of these things. Why am I making way too many of these things? That should have gone from low to medium. That should be high. That's not high, it's a medium voltage. Okay, that makes all of our problems a whole lot easier. You'll be pleased to hear that. I shall still make up the extra ones just off camera. So we can reconnect in all of this stuff. Because doesn't this stuff, it can only take 128 EU per tick. Right, okay, so the things I had checked up on are all wrong. But that is fine, that is fine. We can do better because obviously this is copper cable. It can work at 128 EU per tick, which is medium voltage, isn't it? A single transformer has taken it. Oh, I am so confuzzled. Right, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to switch that back. What I'm going to do is take this out. That will obviously cut the power, but now I'm going to connect that up to medium voltage. If I do that, this should be outputting, I hope, at 128 per tick, which is what this can take. It was outputting at whatever it could work at. Now you can see it is actually getting enough power to store power. It is keeping completely full. We are not having the flickering lights anymore. The reason is this will be draining really quickly, obviously, but the reason is because we don't have that much drain. So instead of outputting lots of size 32 packets, which drain by 5 or 10 each, we're putting out one really big 128 packet. That means we're losing, you know, only a quarter as much energy as we were losing. So we now have enough energy to power all these machines. So all I can do is apologise that I was making way too much stuff and chuck the rest of it in there. It is very handy to keep a little bit up here. Don't really want that in there though. Okay, so we have plenty of power, relatively speaking. This is just burning through the coal, which is keeping our power up a little bit. Obviously, when those go up, they will be doing much better. Our solar panels are up to 55, which is a very good number. I'm very happy with that indeed. These are all working quite well, I think. Yep, they are. We are now actually starting to run short on the machines upstairs, but because they have enough power, they will start working properly. So that will be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed it. I do also hope to see you once again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.